we go get light and power. Them hustle sote, they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Every day, dollar, just they get the higher power. Over naira. See them talk say, make we off mind. But thank God say, my ego don't come. So my people make you lie down. Yo, yo, my ego don't come. Oh, yo, yo. My people make we shout. Oh, yo, yo, my ego don't come. Oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come, man of the masses. Oh, yo, yo, my ego don't come. Oh, yo, yo. My ego die the political. Oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come. Oh, yo, yo. This one not day off in mind. Oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come. Oh, yo, yo. Person where they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that Mayegun, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say Mayegun diary, he they hot like pepper. But every day, then they take money in bulk. Woman picking, they the street they hawk. Still them talk say, make we no talk. But thank God say, Mayegun don't come. So my people make you laugh. Oh, yo, yo, Mayegun don't come.
Hello there.
Mayegun la mo do.
Good morning to you, good afternoon to you, and good evening to you from wherever you are joining me from. It is Mayegun's brunch time. Put it that way, brunch time with Mayegun. Read the caption, the description, grab your phone, share it, like the broadcast. Then dial the number on the screen whenever you want. Thank you so much for joining me once again. Fubara, I've started acting, and as you probably should know, it is going to be an interesting week ahead. For everyone watching this, and you are possibly on your way to work or you are at work already, of course you can still listen to this like a podcast, like I always love to remind us, okay? And for those who have the time, it is always an open mic. You can call in anytime. But majority of us actually prefers that Mayegun kind of, deliver everything he has for us first before we call in. No, the brunch time is not like that. You can be part of it right from the moment you join. So share this. Thank you so much. Allah's heal. Allah's real, rather. The Oba of Benin has been dragged to court, and the entire Benin, home and abroad, are erupting in anger. Why? So today, I'm sorry for the late start. It's brunch time. It could start anytime. It could start like an hour before now, probably an hour after now. But what is most important is that it is an appetizer for what is still to come on Mayegun's Diary Political, the Temple of Truth, later tonight. That's what we call it. That's why we call it the brunch, a mixture of breakfast and lunch. Well, there has been trouble, storm in the teacup again. This time around, it is from the river states of trouble. You remember when Tifnumbu called a peace meeting? Or do you want me to kind of take you back to make it more understandable for a lot of us, right? Let's take a timeline. Werewike was governor of River State. Today is the FCT minister. When Werewike was governor, he was in PDP and he was under investigation for corruption when Bokwari of APC was the president. Now, because Werewike could not be arrested because of immunity, they went after the accountant general of River State, who happened to be Sim Fubara. Fubara, as the accountant general, helped, according to EFCC, helped Werewike to move over 450 billion naira River State money. But they couldn't get Wike, so they wanted Fubara. The last 2 years of Werewike, this is between 2021 and 2023, Fubara became the anointed candidate of Werewike just to protect himself. Because if they grab Fubara, then Wike is finished in his own belief. And that is why Werewike went all hog the moment Tifnumbu of APC promised him immunity from all of his crimes. This is the background. And this was why Werewike ensured that not only did Fubara become governor, to ensure that Fubara is closely monitored, he ensured that over 80% of supposed Fubara's government appointee were Werewike's appointee, including those who were commissioners under Werewike. All this to protect himself. It didn't stop there. The local government, the entire local government chairman in River State, were also appointed by Werewike. Then finally, the State House of Assembly, Werewike printed the only numbers of House of Assembly seats in River State just for, as a PDP tickets. Therefore, all of the all of the PDP House of Assembly members in River State, they got their tickets, nominations, unopposed, because their job was also to monitor Fubara. In case, if after securing immunity for himself with Tifnumbu, securing immunity for Fubara wanted, because you know something, 2 years before the end of Werewike's term, Fubara no longer lived in his own house. They had to house him inside the government house to prevent the EFCC from arresting him. Because once they did, you probably have a lot of stories right now, evidence of Werewike's looting. I think he went over and beyond by also demanding for 30% of all revenues to River State. And also, Fubara as governor cannot sign any contract or any check that is above 100 million naira without the approval of Werewike. Now, this was all the arrangement they all went into. They rigged themselves, they did all they could, they got all the court coverage to legalize all the riggings and all of that, yeah? Then the River State people sort of just, well, let go. Only for them to start hearing again that, while I don't start to. Because number one, Fubara have started feeling like, is he a governor? Or is he just an extension of Wike government, which is just Wike's third term. And it was so stiffed up that his own supposed commissioners, they kind of don't even see him as governor. When they are addressing Wike, they address him as Oga. When they are addressing Fubara, they address him as Sim. Now, this is how they were kind of operating until maybe some other people who felt like, oh, more. You be Mumu. How could you like settle for this? That moment, the first reaction was to stop whatever arrangement he had with Wike when it comes to money. And they said it. There will be no 30% for Wike. And there will be no Fubara's taking an order or approval from him before he can award a contract. And within a space of 2 months, Fubara was so proud to have been able to award contract without borrowing a penny. Okay, it was able to award, no, number one, I think it was able to pay outstanding pensioners. It was able to pay outstanding workers. It was also able to kind of promote the workers of River State for the first time and able to pay them. And finally, it was able to actually award contracts that is, according to them, over 40 billion naira contracts without borrowing a penny. So by so doing, he automatically sort of steered the honest nest. I mean, sorry, honest nest. I'll be honest nest also. It caused trouble. So the trouble is that when Wike now triggered all of his base, his own supposed structure, and he started telling everybody that they spent so much to make him governor, and so much is expected in return in order to maintain the structure for future elections, that it wasn't, the money was not for Wike to spend. The money that they asked Fubara to be paying to Wike is the money to maintain the structure that made Fubara governor. But Fubara has stopped paying that and funding that structure. Therefore, Fubara is out to destroy Wike's structure of criminality. That was the genesis. So, are you up to date now? So, Wike now activated his boys. Oh yeah, go and impeach him. Impeach who? By then, it was obvious that it was only out of respect that Fubara was actually following the orders of Wike. And also, knowing that Wike is really, really very cold-hearted when it comes to power, is very, very brutal. So he waited for him to clear all the legal obstacles too. Therefore, the only option would be to try to impeach him, which indeed would be like drinking his own poison. So the stage was set. They were going to try it anyway. So the House of Assembly, who were all supposed to be loyal to Wike, surprisingly, 3 or 4 of them, okay, did not buy into the idea of going after Fubara. Because it's now obvious, Fubara is now the one holding the key to the treasury. He is the one with money now. Wike is now X. The person with money now, if he can use it well, he can gather enough sycophants who are also going to go after and speak for him. That will be the beginning if you want to go after your master. Okay? So Fubara was able to stop the impeachment plot, if you remember, by burning down the State House of Assembly chamber. Yeah. Surprisingly, from nowhere, there was a bomb or a blast inside the State House of Assembly. The money that they want to come and initiate impeachment move against him. That was what stopped the impeachment move and prompted the closure of the House of Assembly and prompted again the intervention of Tifnumbu, who now called for a peace meeting in Abuja. Peace meeting where resolution was read, and they were all supposed to go and obey it. So for some time, I think they did. Because those who are in the majority, PDP, they immediately decamped to APC to receive cover, Tifnumbu's cover. There was no division in PDP by their law. If there is no division in your party, you cannot leave that party without resigning your position. That was their law. So they ran to Tifnumbu because immediately Fubara's gang, they declared their seat vacant. And they wrote to the INEC. PDP said, okay, conduct another elections. So then Tifnumbu intervened. The macho Druggy came out and said, I'm ordering you, all of you, to maintain status quo. And he also told Fubara, you see these 27 people, 27 PDP House of Assembly members, they have run to me, and I'm going to give them cover. So their seat remains secure. Whether they violate any law or no law, doesn't matter. They are with me, and I cannot push them out. They've run to APC. Now they are APC. But to Fubara, they don't exist, except for Tifnumbu's resolution. So those who resigned, the loyalists of Wirewike who resigned during the imbroglio, Tifnumbu told them to go back. These were people who have openly declared their, where they belong. But Tifnumbu resolution that they called a peace resolution said all of them should go and stay together. Anyway, staying together didn't last. Okay? Because right now, where Fubara has now decided to finally go after Wirewike's men, because according to him, they continue to stand in sabotage of his government, and he can no longer take it. So the first move is to elect his own speaker, Fubara's speaker. And this, let me show you how that happened. This was yesterday.
Recall that the former Speaker, Right Honorable Edison Ogereye Ehie, Esquire, DSSROS, PhD, after successfully pioneering the affairs of the House and also duly recognized as the authentic Speaker by an order of the Rivers State High Court, given under the hand of Justice Danagogo, and on the 12th day of December 2023, tendered his resignation on the 29th December 2023. I want to thank you, distinguished honorable members, for electing me as the new speaker pursuant to the resignation of Right Honorable Edison Ogereye Ehie, DSSROS, PhD. And in line with Section 92, Sub 1 of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, 1999, you will agree with me that after the House last sat on 13th of December 2023 and adjourned synodically, there has been an avalanche of legislative rascality perpetrated by the 25 former members of the 10th River State House of Assembly, led by the former Speaker, Right Honorable Martins Chike Ameule. These former members being fully aware of the provision of Section 1091 Sub G of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, 1999, defected from the People's Democratic Party, PDP, to the All Progressive Party, APC, and on 11th of December 2023, Consequently, the Right Honorable Edison Ogereye on the 13th of December 2023 wrote to the Independent Electoral Commission, INEC, declaring the seats of the 25 lawmakers vacant in line with Section 1091G and 2 of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, 1999. Further, my distinguished colleagues, there are plethora of cases pending in our courts further to the defection of the former lawmakers. All laws, plenary sections, and actions taken by the illegal House are hereby declared void and a nullity in the eyes of the law by virtue of the judgment of Lord Denning in the celebrated case of McFoy versus UAC, 1961. Lord Denning held in that case that you cannot put something on nothing and expect it to stand. Particularly, Lord Denning stated, if an act is void, then it is in law a nullity. It is not only bad, but incurably bad. There is no need for an order of courts to set it aside. It automatically null and void without more ado, though it is sometimes more convenient to have the courts declare it to be so, and every proceeding which is founded on. It is also bad and incurably bad. You cannot put something on nothing and expect it to stay there. It will collapse. The executive arm, the judiciary, and the general public are hereby called upon to disregard every purported laws enacted by the illegal assembly, as they all amount to nothing and they are exercised in futility. Furthermore, this House will want to most respectfully urge and call on His Excellency, the Governor of Rivers State, Sir Siminalayi Fubara, Grand Service Star of Rivers State, to desist forthwith from further dealings with the 25 lawmakers in whatever guise. Those members are merely floating and do not have any landing ground or anywhere to bat their ship since their defection to the All Progressive Congress on the 11th day of December 2023. This House is the legal and constitutionally recognized House by virtue of the defection and is ready to receive correspondence from and work with His Excellency. Distinguished colleagues, let me thank you once again. I know I can count on your unalloyed and unwavering support as we work with His Excellency, Sir Siminalayi Fubara, in moving our dear River State, in promoting the progress and welfare of our dear state. As the new speaker, I have one constitutional responsibility, and it is to work for the growth and development of Rivers people and our dear state. I have already directed the clerk to notify His Excellency, the Governor, that a new leadership has emerged in the Rivers State House of Assembly and that we are ready to work for Rivers people.
We've heard our speaker as very much in line with whatever that we want to achieve in this administration, which is excellency. But away from that, we want to further warn that if His Excellency ever have any dealing with those former members, that we, the 10th Assembly, the original members of the 10th Assembly, who by the special grace of God, by constitutional powers, we form the right quorum to seize and to address the business of the day. We want to tell His Excellency that should he, in any reason, go about doing any business or dealings with those former members, we have no choice than to raise our hammers. And you all know what it means, to commence an impeachment proceedings against him.
Wahala not too much. She wahala not too much like this, eh? Meanwhile, wahala never starts. It is just brewing. So they are going to begin to burn properties in River State soon. The police are going to start shooting at the Fubara himself soon. The scenario of Rotifmi Amechi is going to replay itself. on Fubara, but Fubara will kind of like come out better because he's the executive governor, where the assembly can sit. I mean, they've actually even amended their law. Even if Tinubu declares state of emergency, he can't remove governor. Now the House of Assembly ain't go come out. But you remember